totally been crying from cutting onions, so we're gonna give this a go. But if you're interested in seeing how to make my seafood stew, then keep watching because that's all coming up next. Happy. Thanks for checking in today. This is the first video that I'm making like this, so please leave in the comments below if you watch it and enjoy it. But I'm going to be showing you kind of how I make certain dishes. As you know, if you've watched some of my earlier videos, I do eat like a gluten-free pescatarian diet. What that means is that I don't consume gluten, and I also eat just a very plant-based diet, nuts, seeds, and I also eat seafood. So today I'm going to be showing you how I make a homemade seafood stew. It's so good, you're going to love it, and it's very easy to make. It's also a great dish to serve if you have guests coming over. So let's get started. The first thing that you want to do is you want to get a pot, a nice big pot, and then in there you're going to put a little bit of olive oil. You're going to turn it up to medium-high heat. You're going to let that heat up for a minute, and then what you're going to be doing is you're going to be adding some onions, some garlic, and some fresh cut parsley. Alright, now I'm going to show you what I did for the onion. You could use really any type of onion, like a sweet onion or a white onion, but what I got for today that I think would be really good is these gold pearl onions. I just got them. You can see they're just these little mini onions. Got them in the produce section at my local Smith's, and I think those are going to be so good in the stew, so you can take a bite of like a whole big chunk of a little onion. I love onion. If you don't like onion, then you might not want that in there, but so that's what I'm using today. While that oil is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and just cut my parsley real quick. You do want to make sure with parsley and cilantro and things like that that you wash them really, really well, because if they're not organic, can contain a lot of pesticides and dirt on them. Just a little tip for you, when your knives, you want to have a good set of knives. It's definitely something worthwhile investing in, and you want to keep your knives sharp at all time. A lot of people would think that a sharp blade is more dangerous than a dull one, but in the kitchen it is not. It is so much safer to cut with a sharp blade than it is a dull one. So I'm going to go ahead and get this parsley chopped up. I would really recommend that you get with someone if you know a chef or watch some videos online, but you want to practice good knife safety when you are cutting. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put these onions in here. Okay, so as for the portions, I did like a 3/4 of a bag of those little pearl onions. If you were dicing up or chopping onion, I would say probably 1 whole onion. Then I've done 1 bunch of parsley, and then I did about 2 tablespoons of garlic. Oh, that smells so good. I love the way vegetables and just when you combine different spices and seasonings and you put them all together and they start to mesh together and they cook, and oh, it smells so good. I wish you were here to smell this. So I'm gonna keep periodically stirring these until they get tender. Then we're gonna be adding in the other ingredients. So I've been stirring the onions, garlic, and parsley in just a little bit of olive oil. They smell delicious, and now it's time to add some more ingredients. The next thing that you're going to add is 2 14.5-ounce cans of stewed tomatoes. So I've already got these ready. I'm going to dump these in. And you're going to want to break up the little tomatoes. Just break them up a little bit once you get them in the pot. Alright, you're going to add 2 bay leaves, next you're going to add 1 tablespoon of dried basil, You're going to add 1/2 teaspoon thyme. And you're going to add 1/2 teaspoon oregano. Then you're going to add 32 ounces of vegetable broth. What I have here is an organic vegetable stock. It's also gluten-free, so that's a good option for me. Then you're going to add 1.5 cups of white wine. You're going to add 1 cup of water. Once you've added all the ingredients, you're just going to stir it up. And then what you're going to be doing is you're going to cover it and simmer it for approximately 30 minutes. You are going to start to smell some very wonderful smells coming from your kitchen, I promise you. So I'm going to go ahead and just get this simmering, and I'll check back when it's time to take the next step. Okay, I'm back. The stew has been simmering for the last 30 minutes. It smells wonderful. And I'm just going to go ahead and remove this lid. Oh, that smells really good. Now is time to add the seafood. You can really get creative here, add whatever you like. Today what I'm adding is 2 pounds of clams and about 1.5 pounds of shrimp, and then also 1 lobster tail, which I kind of shredded up the meat. You can also add, you know, some cod, you can add some mussels or scallops. Really just get creative and add whatever you like. So we're going to dump those in there. Then go ahead and stir it up. Once it's come to a boil, then you're going to go ahead and put the lid back on it, and you're going to take it down to simmer and simmer it for an additional 5 to 7 minutes, and then it's ready to serve. This has been simmering another like 5 to 7 minutes. I actually did it exactly 7 minutes, and the clams have opened. Everything's cooked. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So just stirring that up. I'm going to go ahead and take it off the heat now. I think we should give it a try. All right, here's what the finished product looks like. Got some shrimp in here, there's a clam, there's a little bit of lobster, some tomato. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to try this. All right. This is so good. You gotta try this recipe. You will love it. I mean, who said that eating healthy had to be boring? It doesn't have to be. You just gotta get creative. Just try some new recipes, try some new things, and you can really do just about anything. You can add so much flavor and spice. You have to try this recipe. Let me know what you think in the comments below.